What's up? What's up? What's up? Donna St. Louis here. And does your business have an IPO? Right? And I know you're like, wait, what? An IPO? Why would my business have IPO? Girl, I'm not that big. Not yet. But maybe your business needs one. And I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why your business should have an IPO. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me make sure I have all my clickery clicking. Okay, so here we go. Are you a professional service provider and you get most of your clients from referral? Or maybe you're waiting for people on your timeline to say yes. Like maybe you're doing that. And say yes to what? Say yes to anything, something, just as long as they say yes. And you spruced up your website. You've gotten new pictures. You've amped up your social. I see your pictures. I saw your pictures. It's very nice. Very nice. Right? So you got your pictures, you spruced up your website, and you have amped up your social. You've done these things. And still, your clients are not banging down your door. You're not getting any traction. So you've done these things, but there's still no traction. So if you're a professional service provider and you're like, yeah, I'm doing these things, I'm counting on referrals, but clients still aren't banging down my door. If I don't know them, they're not coming in. What do I do? And you're asking yourself these questions. Is it your messaging? Is it your audience? Is it your offer? The answer to that is yes, it is. And the solution you need is an IPO. And I'm going to show you 3 very lucrative reasons why you need an IPO now, right now. And it's not the IPO you're thinking about. Hey, what's up? My name is Donna St. Louis. I'm the co-founder of Fire Savvy along with Chanel Evans. If you're listening right now and you're going, oh my God, okay, she's on. What do I do? Hey, go to Superstar Sales, salessuperstar.net, go to salessuperstar.net and go ahead and grab the download. That way you'll know some of what I'm talking about when I start talking about the bat signal and you're like, what is she talking about? It's our ultimate sales framework. Listen, again, my name is Donna St. Louis. I'm co-founder of Fire Savvy along with Chanel Evans. And we believe that since you, the expert and the professional service provider, had the testicular fortitude and the ovarian audacity to take the leap into entrepreneurship, which you did, well, we believe that you deserve financial freedom from corporate colonization, because at this point, if you've done it for long enough, you are unemployable. Sorry, you are. And so as somebody like me who's at this point unemployable, you need financial freedom from corporate colonization, and we want to make sure you get there. That's why we work with people just like you to attract more high-ticket clients and enroll them faster using our 6-figure sales framework and our instant client attraction framework. We are business advisors first, right? With a coaching kicker that includes one-to-one coaching, a sales academy, strong communities, ongoing accountability, co-working sessions, and everything, and an amazing mastermind, which we actually call an unmastermind, to help you grow and scale your business faster. All right, so let's go ahead and get going. That's the good stuff that you needed to know about me. So you'd be like, why should I listen to her? That's why you should listen. So let's go. First thing is, what is an IPO? Well, in the stock market world, it is an initial public offering. This means, and what does that mean? You've heard of them. Like, I remember back in the day when Krispy Kreme went public. Yes, the donuts. Like, people lost their damn mind buying Krispy Kreme stock. For real, for real. And it was just like this big thing. And you just watch like people just go in and do a land grab. So when these companies, when Uber went public, when a lot of these companies go public, even especially the ones that they call unicorns, when those go public, we hear about them. They make a really big deal. But what does that really mean? What that really means is that people bum rushed the opportunity to jump in and say, I'm going to buy this right now. I'm going to take my first step in being a part of this company and this community. What would that be like for your business? For people to come in and say, hey, I want to check you out. I'm willing to put money down. So in the professional services world, an IPO is a low-cost limited offer that most, if not all, of your clients want to take advantage of, regardless of any secondary offer potential or upsell. That part is important. Regardless of any secondary offer potential or upsell, your IPO exposes that secondary opportunity. Because I talk to a lot of people all the time and they'll tell me, oh, well, I have these 3 different types of clients and they all want something different. So they'll say, I have an ideal client, I have a signature client, I have a dream client, right? So my ideal client, they might be the person who's only paying, $750 a month or $7,500 a year. Whereas your signature client might be at the $25,000 mark, and your dream client might be at the $50,000 or $100,000 mark. I'm just using random numbers so you can get an idea, right? So you have these 3 different types of clients, and in your mind, you're like, no, they do not want the same initial public offering. However, there is something that they all want, that one common element, and that is your initial public offer. It draws them in like a magnet. It creates continuity in your business, which means that you have a steady flow of prospects that come in, and it drives ongoing sales in your business. So you need to know what your IPO is. Basically, without a good IPO, your lead funnel will dry up. So you want a good IPO so your lead funnel does not dry up, that you are not relying on referrals alone. Because I know a lot of companies, they rely 100% on referrals for their business. And it's funny because a lot of times I'll talk to people when they first call me and I'll say, well, let's talk about where your leads are coming from. And they'll say, well, I do a lot of social. And I'm like, okay. So let's go look at your past and we'll do 10 sales. Last 10 sales, where did they come from? And we'll go through, and they all came from referrals. Even if they thought they came from their social media, when they went back and did the homework, they soon discovered that, oh, someone actually referred them in, right? And so what they're finding is that while referrals are great, when they're really your only source of leads coming in, it can be really, really slow, right? So you can't go month to month and really forecast your future just based off of referrals. So basically, you want to have an IPO so your lead funnel doesn't dry up, so you're not working on referrals alone. And yes, this IPO can convert someone into a $100,000 client. Absolutely. A $97 masterclass can convert someone into a $100,000 client. Happens all the time. All the time. I've actually done a free in 2020 in front of a light board. And I think it was around August of 2020, either August or September of 2020. And you can go back and watch on LinkedIn. I did a 90-minute give back sales training. And it was all about how you can leverage innovation into sales. And that 90-minute free, and it was free, it was a give back masterclass, led to me making over $500,000 from in front of a light board. Now, is that a strategy I tell people to do right now? No, we're in a different time right now, right? At that time, it totally worked. It was an idea that led to, and they watched something free. So my IPO was this free thing. And then they went and became dream clients I made literally $500,000 just from the light board alone. And I want you to keep in mind the time frame. That was in 2020 from August, September to December. So just a few months. So first, what you need to do is figure out what your IPO is, and then what problem your IPO exposes. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that, because this is, I cannot tell you how important this is for your business. So look at this IPO. Here's a really good one. So you have somebody who's like, okay, I need shoes. So they get shoes and then they're like, oh my God, I need a great outfit. Then once they have the shoes and the outfit, right? Because they got shoes, they need an outfit to go with it, right? And I see men do this too, by the way. I don't want you to think, oh, she's just talking about women. No. I see men who buy the shoes, then they go and buy the belt that matches the shoes. Then they're like, oh, you know what? And then they get a tie. And before you know it, they got pants and a shirt. And then they need a good place to wear it, right? And somebody to go with. So we see this all the time. Shoes, outfit, place to wear it, and someone to work with. Why am I showing you this? Somebody to go with? Why am I showing you this? Because professional dating services ask women all the time about their shoes and their outfit when they have set them up on a date. All the time. It's the first thing they ask them about. Oh my God, I see you have a date coming up. That's great. So what shoes are you going to wear? First thing they ask them. And what outfit are you going to wear with that? What they're trying to do is gauge the likelihood of the woman actually going on the date, because those are the first two things that women look at. Especially on a lot of the high-end dating services, actually make sure that the guy sets up the date. Just saying. So, hey, I see you guys coming online. We have a bunch of people showing up. How you doing? All right, we're going to keep going. So, IPO, what is your shoes offering? What is this? Right? Because you got to have this. If you don't have this, I'm telling you, I can sit here right now and I can crack open someone's business and I can tell them exactly where they're struggling. I can tell them, oh, okay, you're getting a lot of referral business. And they wonder how I do it. I just look at their IPO. So let me show you exactly how they work this, because you can work an IPO forwards or backwards. So I'm going to show you the IPO and I'm going to show you how we use it as it refers to sales. Okay. So I want you to think about filling this in for you, for yourself, but I'm going to show you ours. Don't try to do this as you're going along with me, because I'm going to start at the end and work my way backwards. You might work at your way, start at the beginning and work your way forward, but let me show you how it works. So we'll start over here with sales. All right. So you know what? I'm gonna actually move this so it's a little bit, so it's not like in the middle there, because I don't like that. I don't like how it looks. It looks like you can't read it. So let me go maybe further in. Okay, so that's a little better. A little better. So let's say yours is sales, or can I do here? Okay. Yeah, this works. All right. I was worried about it going off the board. So let's say that yours is sales, right? So someone comes to me and they go, I have a sales problem. And I always say you need three things. You need something to sell, somebody to sell it to, and the skills to sell it. So let's say here, I give them the skills to sell it. So I want you to hear what I said. You need three things: the skills to sell it, something to sell, somebody to sell it to. So once we give people the sales skills, then we start noticing the next thing that they run into. The next thing that they run into is that they have a leads issue. That's their next problem. Okay, now I know how to sell. I don't have enough leads, right? And so, or what they end up doing is they're like, I'm getting the leads, but what I'm attracting are BBFU graduates, people who are broke, busted, and effed up. That's all I'm getting in. So now you fix this problem, but it exposes this problem. So this solution exposes that problem. See that? So now let's keep going. So now let's say we fix the leads problem, right? Or we go, okay, we recognize you have a leads problem. They're not good quality leads. So now we have to fix that. And what we come over is recognize is that, oh, your leads problem is because you have a marketing problem. Okay, you are the best kept secret. So now we figured out how to get in, how to make sure that we get good quality leads and that you're not selling to BBFU graduates, right? So now we go, oh, you got a marketing problem. So your lead solution exposes your marketing issue. Then we keep going around and we go, oh, wait a minute. Your marketing issue exposes that you have an offer problem. You don't have a strong offer. Right? So now we're marketing to the right people. We're marketing well, but no one's clicking. Then we come over here and we go, wait a minute. You probably have the wrong audience. So now we got to fix your audience issue. Right? And what happens is when you have an audience issue is you become a swipe stalker. You're taking anybody who will come in. Then if we go and look deeper and we go, okay, your audience issue, well, your audience issue actually turns out that you have a messaging issue. And then when we go and we look at your messaging issue, the reason you have a messaging issue is because you have an expertise issue. You're over here being the jack of all trades. Right? So notice how every time we solve something, we expose another issue. This is our IPO. So how does someone go from here to here? Well, hell, the whole thing is $100,000 offer, right? If they only have maybe this much, it's a $25,000 offer. If they have this much, it's a $50,000 offer. If they have the whole thing, it's 100. Do you see how things change based on this IPO exposes all the issues that follow it? Because somebody could get sales skills and they could be fine. They're good. They got leads, they got marketing, their offer is great, their audience is great. They only needed that. That's what they got. They're great, right? They might go, you know what? I just need my team to come to your sales program. Absolutely, you're good. I just need to come to the sales academy. By the way, the sales academy starts on the week of the 22nd of February. Just FYI, right? So they could go, oh, I got my sales skills nailed down. So what's yours? What is your IPO that exposes the other issues? And how far deep do you go? We're going to talk about that next. How far deep do you go in regards to setting up your offers? Now, let's say, for example, that the sales, they get sales fixed. So they come to me, they come to the academy, and the sales is now on fire. Okay, well, let's go the other direction. So when we go the other direction, what you'll find is that they have a process issue. They start working in their business instead of on their business, right? So then that becomes a problem. So it's like, well, crap, now I'm working in my business. Then when they look at that and they're like, okay, I need to fix this. How do I fix this? I'm going to get more people. Well, the issue is this, is that they think that VAs are all that they need to solve everything in their business. That's what they think. Hold on. This is my co-founder who's not watching my live. And I just want to make sure she's telling me something, not telling me something important, because she is actually watching my live. Can you? Yes, I can. All right. So we want to make sure. So now we have a people problem. So we get our processes worked out, and then we go, oh crap, I got a people problem. So then you get your people problem worked out, and then you realize that you don't have the right tech. See how we're working this through? So this, even if this is working and it's good, it still exposes problems going forward. Because now you have a team problem, your team exposes a tech problem. And, you know, I can tell you right now, Darian is on. Hey, Darian. Darian can 100% tell you that he's seen this happen 100 times. He's seen this part. He is a Facebook ad genius who literally knows how to drive people into your business. He knows how to fix. So when we talk about leads, we lean here into Darian, so Darian can help fix that, not only for us, for our clients, right? So we look at that. So then we go from a tech problem. Okay, so now I want you to pay attention to this, because I'm going to actually pour this down for you. Watch this. So this right here is the focus of your business. This right here, this is your money. This right here, this is the function. Y'all will soon find out I have very messy handwriting. Okay, so now you have the function. So now we have these pieces over here. This is your vision. I'm sorry, that's not right. These are your goals, your mission, and your vision. Right? What this is, when your tech isn't working, when the functions of your business are not working, this means that you cannot deliver to the people who you sold to. When your functions are down, you cannot sell to the people, you cannot deliver in an efficient manner to the people that you sold to. So now you're over here and you're like, how am I going to have goals? How are you going to bring in more clients when you haven't even figured out how to serve the ones that you have? Right? So now you have a future problem, which means you're going to have a hard time with growth, and then beyond that, scale. Right? So I'm just going to lay this down for you one more time. Hold on, let me go forward. So watch this. This right here, your sales isn't working, you got a hobby. You've got crap leads, you're getting BBFU graduates. Your marketing isn't working, you are the best kept secret. Your offer is crap, you are a 3D threat. You are diluting your value and you are delivering discounts. You're not getting a good audience. You're selling to anybody who can breathe. You are a swipe stalker. When you have a messaging issue and you have an expertise issue, you are a jack of any trade. And your messaging is crap. So I get people all the time that go, I just have a messaging problem. I go, okay, you think that's the only problem you have? Okay, we'll fix your messaging problem. But then you got to fix your audience problem, your offer problem, your marketing problem, your leads problem. And then hopefully you got the skills to sell. If not, you're going to have a sales problem too. You're talking about your business. You're talking about having financial freedom from corporate colonization. How are you going to have it if you're not going to work the whole business? A lot of people walk in and they say they're an expert. And once they're an expert, they think that's all they need to be. And the rest will work itself out. It does not. It does not. Ask anybody who's ever looked at a Facebook ad. They will tell you it does not. You actually have to work the business. When your processes don't work, you are working in your business rather than on your business. And if you ever wondered what the difference was, it is the difference of being in the news versus being on the news. You don't want to be in the news. You want to be on the news, right? So when you're working in your business, this is when your processes are broken. Your fingers are on the keyboard. One of the first things we do as business advisors is we ask people, what would it look like in your business if you took your fingers completely off the keyboards? And I watch people's face just melt off. That's because they have only built a business based on doing this and not on this. They're process intensive and they haven't figured out how to fix it. If you have a people problem, you think that all you need is a $1 per hour VA to run your multi-million-dollar business. You making all the money in the world and you have absolutely zero freedom because you're stuck here. When your functions aren't working, you have no freedom at all. When your money isn't working, well, you already know what that feels like. When your focus isn't working, you're a jack of all trades. When your future isn't working, you have no idea how to run your business. And when your tech isn't working, you think Reboot is your best friend. And when you're over here where your goals, your mission, and your vision is off, you really think that all I need to do is do a vision board in January, and my mission is to send it to everyone on my team, and my goal is to make sure that they look at it every day until it comes true. When these things don't work, people call me all the time. They're like, I want to scale my business. You're not at the point of scaling because you haven't yet figured these pieces out so you could grow. But it starts here. That's where you start. To fix these, you got to be able to sell. You got to start somewhere. If you were coming to me brand new, raw, and you hadn't done anything, you would start here. But I know you've already done some things in your business. So we're going to get you making money quickly. That's why when we do our academy, we have a 21-day sales challenge in it because we want you to make that money. See, you probably look like, okay, Donna, I get it. I understand I have an IPO. So where do I start? What's up, Felicia? How you doing? If you got a question, sweetie, just go ahead. You guys can drop those questions because I am looking at this. So a lot of people come here, and this is actually one of the questions I'm looking at right now. It says, okay, so where do I start? Because this is a lot. It is a lot, but this is our methodology, not yours. So it's not a lot for us. We know this call, right? We understand why this is critical. This is why we're business advisors. But for you, if you're looking at yours and you're trying to figure out where to start, literally start like, this is what my clients come to me for, because every solution exposes a problem when you go backwards. Every solution exposes a problem, right? Every solution exposes a problem. So you're delivering a solution. What problem will they have, or did they have that caused that? So they have a sales problem because they don't have leads. They have a leads problem because they have crap marketing. They have crap marketing because they have a crap offer. They have a crap offer because they don't know how their expertise, messaging, and audience all tie together. Do you see what I mean? They solve their sales problem, so they have a process issue. They're like, there used to be this UPS commercial. I think it was UPS that said, What would you do if that great idea that you put out suddenly took off? Right? Like you said, hey, we should sell this widget. And the next day, you got 1 million orders for widgets. What would you do? Your process better be in order. Your people better be ready. Your technology better be on point. Because when you start making sales, these problems will be exposed. But here's the facts. This is what you need to know. Your future, your focus, and your funds, and the function of your business, it requires that you have a strong methodology. This is the fire savvy methodology. This is why we were able to do 7 figures in 7 months, our first year out. This is why we're heading towards multiple millions in a year, because we have a strong methodology. This is what we coach, but let me show you something. We coach from here to here. Expertise, messaging, audience, offer, marketing, messaging. We call this client attraction. Leads, we outsource because that's not our area of expertise. Sales, what we do. People, process, and technology, we actually outsource. We have a partner for this. Vision, mission, and goals. Well, we actually do that. We're doing that at the end of January. We do this every year to help people set up their annual goals for the next year. So we do this, and this is our IPO. It looks like a lot, but I swear to you, once you have this in place, it is gold. This is where your money runs through your methodology. Runs through your methodology. You have to have one. And most coaches don't demand that you have a methodology. And this is the cornerstone of your business. We, on the other hand, make sure that you do, because we want you to have something to sell, and we want to make sure that you can deliver like nobody else's business. This is why in 2020, when everybody else was struggling, my business wasn't surviving, it was thriving. I made $500,000 from literally September to December because of my methodology. And by the way, in that whole thing, just to be crystal clear, I was only selling this. This right here made me $500,000. Just that one sliver. Just that one. So what are you doing? Why don't you have one of these? This is where your money is. Your money lives here. This is critical for your business. This is how you actually make money. If you are a coach, if you are a service provider, a professional service provider, this is where your dollars live. So listen, here's the end. At the end of the day, it's 2024 for real. It's a new year, it's a new game, and it's time to ditch the excuses. It's enough of playing small. Y'all sitting up there thinking Jeff Bezos don't have a methodology, that Bill Gates did everything he did by accident. And hell, you ain't even got to go that far. Go to some of those other coaches that you see that are doing 7 and 8 figures and tapping into 9 figures. You think even with all his craziness stuff that he does out there, you think that Grant Cardone with his big blustery stuff, you think he doesn't have a methodology? He absolutely does. And he sells it a piece at a time. Brunson has a methodology. Hormozi has a methodology. Coaches that make millions have a methodology. It's time to put on the grown-up pants, put on the grown-up panties. And it's time to ditch the excuses, because think about it. Our brains are pre-wired to make excuses. But hey, you're not just anybody. You recognize that you're a powerhouse and you're ready to crush these goals. So here's a truth bomb. Happiness and money is not served on a platter. Even people who hit the lottery, a lot of them end up losing that money because what they have not done is figured out that they actually got to go in the kitchen and cook up a solution. They just can't wait for it to be served to them. Otherwise, they end up squandering it. You have taken the leap to become an entrepreneur. You have made a bold step to do it. So now it's time to master your mind, shut out the BS, and stretch that comfort zone. There is no more, I don't like to do sales. Nobody cares. Then go get a job. Seriously, go get a job. Because it's not just about evolving, it's about revolutionizing who you are and your business. The one thing I am proud of, everyone in my business can sell. Everyone knows how to do a bat signal. Everyone. The other thing I'm proud of is usually in about 90 minutes, I can get anybody to become a salesperson. I'm not kidding you. And by the time they go through a 6-week program, they're like, girl, I've never made so much money in my life. I'm like, I know. So what are you doing? It's time for you to drive more in your business. It's 2024. It's time for you to have more impact. It's time for you to be more you. So mark your calendars, the week of February 22nd. It is virtual. You ain't got to be there in person. This is not the Unmastermind. If you want to come to the Unmastermind, I am not kidding you. There is literally one room left. Not kidding you. One room. Felicia, you got yours. You straight. But everybody else, there is only one room left. And that happens on January 28th to February 1st. And we are doing this part. If you're wondering, you're like, how do they come up with what they're doing? We're doing this part. Vision, mission, goals. And it's not just about sitting around and doing arts and crafts and a vision board. No. We want to know who you're selling to. What does your numbers look like? What are your numbers looking like for next year? What's your marketing goal? How are you getting those leads? How many leads do you have to do to get to a sale? It is for real, for real. What is your messaging? What is your audience? What is your offer? How are you pricing this offer? How are you doing your marketing? How many leads will be generated from your marketing? What are your marketing platforms? Do you have the skills to do sales? And if not, then you need to make, and then for everybody that's in our stuff, they automatically get a spot into the Sales Academy. That's the thing. If you get in our stuff, you get a spot to everything. So that's fine. So you want to make sure that you get into the Sales Academy. All you got to do is go to, I lost my URL. Wait, let me see if I go back and find it. I think I lost it. Anyway, it's superstarsales.net. I ain't gonna write it because, wait, can I write it somewhere? I don't have any room on the board. See, this is what happened when I write too big. Hey, Darian or Felicia, can you write salessuperstar.net in the comments for me? Can you hook me up, please, if you're there? Salessuperstar.net. Go to salessuperstar.net. Literally get on my calendar. I will get you into the Superstar Sales Academy. Here's the thing. That academy, we're only letting 20 people come in because we want to make sure you crush it. And 21 days of that is literally a sales challenge because we want to make sure that you make money. It is not about showing up and just like, I learned the skills. Thank you so much. It's not like, I just want to come and learn the skills. No. We actually want you to make money in this academy. That's why we have a guarantee on it. So if you want a spot, go to the URL. Thanks, Darian. Salessuperstar.net. Get on the calendar. And if you're like, I thought she said superstarsales.net. Same thing. Go to either one. You'll get there. But go to that URL. The landing page for the academy isn't even up yet. It will be up by Thursday. So if you want to get in, you need to get in now because when it goes up, I'm telling you, it sells out so damn fast. So go ahead and get in now. The landing page isn't up, but we are ready to go. That's all I got for you. I hope this made sense. Somebody coming in right now is probably going, what kind of busted ass flower is that? That is just a really, really busted flower. All right, let me see. Do I have any questions? I'm looking. Okay, here's a question that just came up. Okay, so the question from, I'm looking at where I look for comments. I'm not looking at the board, y'all. I'm looking at the comments. So the comment that I'm reading says, which is hard to see. I can't see the name. I think it says John, but it seems too long to be John. But the question is, if I fix my messaging, then everything else should have a domino effect. Maybe. Let's say you fix your messaging, but you're delivering that message to the wrong audience. Then you won't know what you. So let's say you have the perfect message. Like your message is amazing, but it's in front of the wrong people. So you won't know whether to fix your messaging or your audience. We're experts at helping you figure that out. That's like our secret sauce. But we see people all the time. They go, I have a messaging issue. And then we go and we fix their messaging issue, but they're still not getting people. And then we go, wait a minute, who's in your audience? Then we realize they're talking to all the wrong people, or their messaging is using language that their audience doesn't understand. And I have somebody I talked to, she was like, I've been working on my messaging for 5 years. It does not take 5 years to fix your messaging. It really does not. It probably takes a good solid, 2 days of diving in, but not 5 years. So if your messaging is off, let's say your messaging gets corrected, but your audience is off, or your audience gets corrected, but your offer is off. All of these things have to be right. Right? This is why when you work with people like Darian, for example, he's like, yes, I can do your marketing and I can help you get leads, but I got to make sure that your offer, your audience, and your message are all in alignment so that your leads will flow through, right? You have to hit flow state. It will not work without flow state. Okay, wait, they have another question. Okay, so the question is, okay, they said their messaging, they definitely feel like their messaging is off, but their offer is on point. How do they know which one of those to fix first? You start here. You start with your messaging. Then you go out to your offer. But again, you can't read the label from inside the pickle jar. Like I tell people this all the time. I have a coach. I'm a coach, right? I'm a coach. I built a $250 million business. I have a coach. Why? Because I realize that I can't read my own label from inside the pickle jar. So I'm the consummate student. I always want to learn. So when we start thinking about looking at our own stuff and we try to fix it, and then we're like I said, ladies, I've been working on my messaging for 5 years. Yes, the operative word is she's been working on her messaging for 5 years. No, you need to have an expert on the outside who can come in and look into your business. And I don't mean a coach, I mean a business advisor, because those are two different things, that will come in and look into your business and say, oh, based on your business, this is what I see, right? Based on your business, my experience, this is what I see. So you can't just piecemeal and pick something, because if I fix your expertise and your messaging is off, that's a roadblock. Just think of this as flow. It has to flow all the way through. It has to flow. And by the way, when it comes to marketing, so your offer is going to include pricing, but if it comes to your marketing, I had somebody the other day that she's like, I'm doing all this marketing. Her messaging, her expertise was on point. Her messaging was on point. Her audience was on point. Her offer was fire. She was not getting any leads. Her marketing was messed up. We straight up went and looked at her marketing, and the problem was she was on the wrong platform. I'm like, what makes you think that chief human resource officers are spending their days on, and she was only marketing during business hours. And I'm like, during business hours, chief human resources officers are not sitting on Insta. You might find them on Twitter. You might find them on LinkedIn. They're not hanging out on Insta. That's not where they are. But she was doing all of her posts on Threads and Instagram. Like, this could be great, but if you're on the wrong platform, and I know you're sitting here going, well, duh, it is so easy when you are outside of the jar to say duh. But when you are in the middle of it, you cannot see it. You can't see it. So anyway, she got all the way over here and her marketing was off. It's a flow state. It all has to flow, right? Like if we go over here to sales, I always tell people, I say, you want to have a function problem. You don't want to have a sales problem, because you can fix a function problem. I try to fix a function problem before it comes a function problem. So because I have a 6 Sigma Master Black Belt, I'm always very clear about our processes, our people, and our technology. Like that always has to be on point. Anyway, that's all I have. I hope that was helpful. I know this looks like a crazy, ugly, ridiculous flower, but this flower makes a whole lot of money. So get yourself an ugly flower. Anyway, that's all I got. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will talk to you later.